And good morning, everybody. So it's Tuesday morning, and we're going to take a test on Thursday. Test Thursday. It is 11:10. Okay. So and day after tomorrow. That's kind of nice. So if this is the review, and I'm going to do some of it with you. I want you to do the review, but I will at least set you up so that when you watch this video, it will prepare you for what you're going to see on the test. So let's begin. So on number one, I would probably break the 48 up into 16 times 3. And of course, the square root of 16 is 4. I'll let you finish that up. 4 times 4 is 16, square root of 3. Number two, 3x, I would keep out whole numbers. 18, probably 9 and 2. And I would take half of that, plain old x to the 5th. Okay, and I'll let you finish that up. Number 3, square root of 121. That's just 11, I think. Square root of 121. I'm going to make this even, so I'm going to take 1 away. Square root of x to the 8th. So I can take half of it. Because I want to take half my exponent. So now I can, because I took a 1 away from the 9 and made it that. Okay, so then I get an x to the 4th. Okay, 4, pretty easy. It's just going to be the square root of 144, which is 12, over square root of 25, which is 5. 5, the problem with 5 is that you've got the square root of 5 over the square root of 3. You can't have a square root in the denominator, so you're going to fix the problem with the problem, square root of 3, square root of 3, and I'll let you do that. Finish it up. Number 6, square root of 27, we're going to rewrite that as 5, and then square root of 20, that's a whole number. Square root of 27 is 9 and 3. 2 is a whole number. Square root of 12, 4 times 3. Square root of 4, square root of 3. When you take the square root of 9, you get a 3. Here you get 2. And then you'll have 5 times 3, square root of 3, minus 2 times 2, square root of 3. And you will be able to subtract that. I think you get 10 minus 4, I think you end up with a 6, square root of 3. Okay? 7, multiply whole numbers together, 6, and multiply the square root numbers together, 18, and then reduce that. Don't forget to reduce that, 9 and 2. 8, we're going to distribute this times this times this. We're going to get a 8 square root of 25, and that'll become a 5, plus 4 square roots of 5. Take the square root of 25, multiply it times the 8, and you're done. Okay? 3, it says by graphing. So, okay, let's see. I probably have on my calculator, I'm pretty sure I have Desmos. I like Desmos. So if I go to Desmos on my calculator, okay, I would type in y equals x squared minus 2x minus 35. What I'm looking for is that answer and that answer. So you get that answer, I get negative 5 and that answer, 7. So all you got to do is just graph it. Now, 9, complete the square, okay? And I'll do a little bit of work over here if you have the directions still. Step 1, take c to the other side. So I'm going to do this work up here. I have a 2x squared minus 20x equals 9. Divide everything by 2. Divide by 2 and I'll have an x squared minus 10x equals 4.5. Half of this, b, is negative 10. Half of that is 5. Negative 5. And if I square that, I'll get 25. Add 25. Add 25. So I'll have an x squared minus a 10x plus a 25 equals a 29.25. This will factor x minus 5 equals 29.25. This becomes an x minus 5 squared, and then all I have to do is solve from there. I'll let you finish it up. 2 answers, plus or minus, okay? 10, probably the easiest way to do this one is by factoring x plus 3, x minus 3, or you can just solve for x. 11, probably just solve for x, plus 50, divide by 3 and square root it. 12, I'm going to square root first. I know there's two answers. I'm going to have an x plus 6, it's a plus, my bad, equals plus or minus 7. So I have an x plus 6 equals 7, and an x plus 6 equals a negative 7. You can do that. 13. Oh, I think I can factor 13. It's so much easier when you factor. I think I'm just going to go an x minus 6, x plus 3, because if I can factor, boy, it's a piece of cake to do. Okay, and then 6 and 3. Okay, on the back side of my review, okay, I have a ball. So the equation you need is this: h equals negative 16t squared plus v0t plus h0. And I'll give that equation to you on the test, okay? So we're at a height of 100 feet. We're just going to drop it. So that isn't even counted because you're just dropping it. There's no initial velocity. So you're going to have an h equals a negative 16t squared plus, looks like we're at a height of 100 plus 100. Okay. At what time will the ball have to equal a height of 30? So you set it equal to 30. Oh, no, okay. And then we'll solve minus 100, minus 100, okay. And then when does it hit the ground? You set it equal to 0 and solve. Okay, 15. We're going to rationalize it. We're going to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate, which is the opposite of that. 3 plus the square root of 6, 3 plus the square root of 6, and just multiply it through and rationalize, okay? Finally, 16, we're going to use the quadratic formula, negative b, and you have to show your work, plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is 2, b is negative 4, and c is negative 5. Okay, you just got to plug those in, so you'll have a negative 4 plus or minus, because that's b, big square root of b squared, so it's going to be a negative 4 squared minus 4, which is in the formula, times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 5, all over 2 times a and 2 times 2, okay? And then you just have to simplify it from there and get your two answers, okay? So, before you take the test, we'll look at the review again, and I'm certainly willing to help you a little bit on the test. So, the test is Thursday. Make sure you do this review.